Young Northern Life, right? After that, I think that was fab.
I'm about to try and publish a new book called White. I forgot what it's called. White Crusted Eyes, which you're very welcome to subscribe to at £12 a copy if you like to. It's got wonderful photographs of Par, which is a village which has been protected by industry until last year when Imerys and multinational mining organisations shut Par docks and stopped China clay from actually being exported through the docks. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, full of great gossip in Cost Cutter, pitch battles like West Side Story on the duck pond between gangs of Canada geese, and you can walk over to Tywardreath and you can buy yourself in the ancient port of Tywardreath the best sausages you'll ever taste, as long as you can get past the glare of the lady who runs it, who's the daughter of the man who runs, I can't remember their name, so-and-so and son, and she's his daughter, and she's got rid of all the men and she runs it, and if you go in and ask for a pound of mint, she says, do you want coarse or fine? And you think, what the hell is coarse mince? And you just shrivel like that as you wait to make up your mind. This happened to me. Anyway, you're very welcome to that, and this is one of the poems out of it. It's called We Dare Not Forget Their Names, and it's about a photograph which, if you go to Wheel Martin Museum, which is a beautiful museum, which has got the finest museum exhibit in the world, which means that you have to walk through a low tunnel, dark tunnel like that, crawl through there, and you go about 30 or 40 yards through this tunnel, and you come out the other side, and you go around a little corner like that, and suddenly there's a blaze of light, and you're standing on a platform looking at a huge working clay pit right in front of you. It has to be seen to be believed. Go there. It's a good place. If you don't go there quickly, it'll shut because it's almost skinned. And this photograph of these 5 mine captains, old 19th century mine captains, is above the counter in the cafe. And they just sit there and they look in a kind of a kind, forgiving, quizzical sort of way at all these people munching their burgers. We dare not forget their names. In the lichen-hung graveyards of peeling chapels lie once glorious walrus moustaches, clay grey, brushed down over proud, unkissable mouths. Torn notices, half-pinned, flutter in the slip of speeding, careless cars. Boards in window holes, like pennies upon departed eyes, keep wind and rain from mould-draped pews. A melancholy voyeur in search of a mood of injustice to fire an indulgent crusade in the charity shop flicks open a book, their photograph, moustaches ranged beneath bowlers and caps, thick jackets buttoned tight in the dignity of office, the compassion of firm command their gift. Clay captains, long gone on, stare out. Their moustaches, groomed for the camera, no doubt, intensify the calm which they claimed from certainty in diligent exercise of duty and firm belief in the rightness of the word. Here, in the Valley of Books, their gaze is of long past miners doing the only thing they knew before the witness of God how to do, in the only land they knew or wished to know, for the right to bring bread to their children, for the right to be eternally redeemed. And now, as we brush past in our purring cars, in our lives, we dare not forget their names. Now, just in case you think I'm a melancholy little sod who spends all the time going around thinking how awful the world is, I go on holidays. In fact, I was on holiday in Par in a caravan last year, which is why I wrote that book. But this is dedicated to Mr. Hurd, who runs Lower Pennycrocker Farm, just outside Boscastle. Mr. Hurd is a kind and witty man who told me, I didn't write this, he said this to me, which is quite the best poetry to have, really. And I think that in my political world, I was the chairman of the Economic Development Company in Cornwall and responsible for the Cornwall Tourist Board. When I met Mr. Hurd and he told me this, and this kind of taught me a huge amount about Cornish tourism, a modern industry, which was going on at the time of Christ in Bethlehem. It's just that they didn't have Ladbrokes running campsites in Bethlehem at the time. It's called the best crop. I never growed teddies nor swede. Brassicas I had to go at when I first started. Break your back brought me. I had a milking herd most of my time, 200 head, but I dropped back to 100 when the boy started up on his own. I've had a fair living, shan't complain, living here with chapel folk in the village. But I never had a crop like this, boy, and prices you can't get up market, always going up. Yes, I look out of a morning, and after me chores I go round and chat to a few. Caravans, boy, no crop like them. Thank you very much.
One more round of applause for poetry. God, I love poetry. Especially when it's as good as that. Okay, moving along, we've got the wonderful Patrick Kinane, who is a poet, writer, journalist, performer. He's performed at events and festivals and cabarets in a whole bunch of different places all over the UK. His poems have appeared in many publications, including The Guardian. He's broadcast on BBC Radio 4. He also organises regular readings with an established group of poets called Dodo Modern Poets. He's a regular at the Poetry Cafe, which is, I think, that way, isn't it? Yeah, that